Honey, if you can spare a dime, pick up the phone and call me sometime. I live in the Bowery near St. Mark's, hang out with the kids in Washington Park, yeah. My name don't matter cause I'm just me. Got no secrets and my life is free. Not very smart, not very pretty, just a member of Welfare City, yeah. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, smoke a joint, yeah, yeah, yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la, smoke a joint, yeah, yeah. Manhole cover man doing what he can to make his life go according to plan. Tries to feel good, he was born a jerk. His mind is rigid and his thing don't work, yeah. Law and order means status quo. It's getting so there's no place to go. Sometimes I feel bang bang chitty chitty, just a member of Welfare City, yeah, yeah. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, smoke a joint, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello. You're listening to the show. The FA Radio Show. Here to entertain your ears, your brain, synapses, give you serotonin, if you're being alone and no one to talk to, well, let us talk to you. But yes, this is the FA radio show, and we're just blocks away from the illustrious USC campus, where a young O.J. Simpson rose to prominence and became one of the champions of college football, broke records, and just became the prominent athlete of his day. And he went on to become one of the greatest football players of all time, of course, for the Buffalo Bills, and just shooting beyond expectations, and then also in that prestigious profession broke such big records. And then he took a stab at acting, and I'd say he did a great job. We all loved Naked Gun, and he went on to become a really great actor. And OJ decided to, shed the spotlight, and he ended up moving up to Humboldt County, and he now lives on a farm, and he raises goats and rabbits. He's a certified botanist, and he's living a peaceful, quiet life up there, and he just doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore. OJ, I respect that. So good for you, and you're a good man, and I hope you, Juice, we all appreciate what you did, so keep on keeping on, Juice, you know what I'm saying? I'm being so silly. Oh my God, jeez. I was only kidding! I was kidding. Let's get rid of the ambient music. All right. FA Radio Show. Another one for you folks. And this evening, we're sitting with... Now, this show isn't necessarily designed as a show to interview people and bring them on and delve into their life. And we're not going to do that with our next guest either. We're just going to have a conversation. But I would like to thank my friend Alon Levitt of many, many years for joining us in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Well, one of the reasons we have Alon here is because he made a photo book through FA Books called New York 2000 to 2005. His book is sold out, and it's doing great, and I get so many texts from people saying, dude, I need Alon's book. It's so good. Da, da, da. And Alon's probably like, God, don't say that. But it is good. We all feel like it's good, and we all like it a lot, and it's fantastic. And I was on the phone with Tino today, Tino Razzo, and Tino said, man, you're having Alon in? I said, yeah, we're going to talk about everything. And he said, dude, that book is such like a yearbook of our lives, of that time period. And it truly is. And so many people have told me how much they like the book. So, again, thank you, and I hope you're happy with the results so far of what people are saying.
I couldn't be happier. Strangely enough, like the yearbook is exactly it. I mean, I've lived with these photos for so long.
Right, I was in the same position where I really never put out any of my photos.
Yeah, I just sat with them, so it's like going back, and then where I've had a relationship with all the people in these photos, people who've been gone forever, not gone, but maybe not in New York anymore.
Right.
People who moved away.
Right.
Like
People
I still
people
feel like I know them.
people who died.
People who died.
There's a lot of our friends that died, and
But then having everyone get to kind of see it for the first time and may not have had like the time that I've had with these images. I
Right.
can totally see how it's become that, and it's perfect.
right. And there's a certain nostalgia for us personally,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
we had this certain group of friends. I'm sure many people feel this way about their groups of friends, whatever. But we were all in our early 20s, and we were all really fucking close, and we were all weirdos, and we were all just kind of bonded together, and it was this mix of our friends that did art, our friends that were in bands, graffiti, skateboarding, and sometimes all four.
Yeah.
Commingling at the same time amongst all of our friends, and there was never a thing. Like, I remember being at Dash's one night, just staying up all night talking to Jack Walls.
Yeah.
And I must have known Jack 7 years by then. And Jack said, man, dude, Tino put on this movie? You got all this long hair doing you're flying through the air on a skateboard? I didn't know you did that skateboard thing. And I was like, yeah, Jack, like I'm a professional skateboarder. And he was like, I didn't know that. And I said, yeah. And so I just think that it's hard to describe what it was then, but it was exactly that I could hang out with Jack Walls for 7 years.
Yeah.
He had no idea what the fuck I did. But I felt that was really cool with a lot of that went on in New York between all of our friends, is you might not know what anyone actually, not anyone, but certain people, you didn't know what they did for sure.
That's true.
So it was like everyone was kind of anonymous in a way. You knew what certain people did, of course, if you were closer with them. But then there was a whole other part of it was our core circle of friends that were very close. And then there was a lot of offshoot people that would show up at the Fish, Lit, Passerby, shit.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about the whole
Black and white.
So then we knew them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those were even more like, what the fuck does that guy do? And you never really knew what he did. And you're like, and then the people had money, and you're like, how the fuck do they ever have money? So I feel like I pestered you a bit over the years about your photos.
Shit. My memory is, I have no memory anymore.
Right.
So you probably did. But I cannot remember anything. Basically, the photos are my memory, and I'm learning recently how fucked up my memory is.
Right.
Like
I feel like even without, not to cut you off, but I feel like without the drugs and whatnot that I did, I have a great memory still.
Yeah, you've always been sharp.
Not even about sharp, it's just that I have no choice. The shit just sticks in my head, and I remember clothes people were wearing and certain like things or whatever. This for memory, this is interesting. This must be 2001 or 2. I went to your house and you set me up my first email.
I have no memory.
Okay, so the only people I knew in New York that had email, because I didn't know you had an email, was Simon.
Yeah.
Had an email, and Mikey had an email, and then you said, I can show you how to do it. And I went to your old apartment and you set up a Hotmail account for me.
Holy shit. Do you remember if that was the 14th Street apartment or if it was 21st Street?
It was 14th Street.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So that would have been in 2001? 2002?
Yeah, I think 2000. I think I moved in there late 2001.
I'm getting the things in the ear. I don't know what it is, and the fan's off. Oh, wait. No, the fan's off. And this all goes on to the show. We don't care about this kind of stuff. I'm just getting crackles in my headphones, but whatever. So, whoa, that was what was that did that? That was cool. I feel like I just came down in elevation.
Oh my god.
But
Wow, that is crazy.
so you set me up my first email. So that was that, and I think I've only had like 3 emails ever since then. Now I've moved on to Gmail. I hate email. I always have. I was always a bit of one to not seek technology and whatnot. I never really liked that. Are we all right, Sage? It seems better now. It seems better now. But I feel like that I definitely bugged you about your photos. I think because of being your friend at times. You let me take a peek into like what you had going on, and I saw just like, because it wasn't just us downtown partying, and which is the expected thing. There was so much more to it that I thought should be seen.
No, I think I was embarrassed. I've said it already a couple times. Like I was embarrassed.
Oh, I'm still like still about my paintings and my photos and stuff. Like when I made the book, I was so insecure. I was so insecure, and I'm still like, it's like you have a thing of, where you can look in any different direction of your experience of seeing photography and weighing what people did before you and whatever they can do after you and whatnot. But as you know, that's not the way to go. You know what I mean? You kind of just gotta be like, fuck it, I'm putting it out there. And if I like it, at least I like it, and then you have certain friends that like it, and you respect their opinion. You know what I mean?
It just took time. It took time for me to see any value in it. and like in those early days, you know, it really didn't seem like I was doing very much. You know what I mean? Like I was taking these pictures just like I am right now. It's like the same thing. I'll take a picture of Dill sitting there.
Right.
I'll take a picture with Sonny with two hats on.
Right.
You know, it's like, and then you have all the people around you who are working and making money and, you know, starting to kind of get careers and this and that. And
Right, but then at the same time, like, you know, I feel like not all of them, but I feel like a lot of them had to do a bunch of bullshit and kiss ass and like do certain things, go to X amount of parties and be seen in the right thing with the thing, and then that leads you to being friends with the thing, and then all of a sudden you go into the fucking photographer's house that is like totally sexually assaulting chicks and shit, but that's okay back then because like no one was saying it, like kind of shit, and then it's like, well, I did work for that guy, but that was in the past, and now it's cool because now I shoot all this shit for ID and like in school, like whatever. But you know, so I don't know. I heard you say on when you got interviewed by Angel for the Living Proof thing, I heard you say that you're glad it happened this way, as far as this book and the whatnot, because there is kind of nothing like. It's like, remember when we were kids and you find like porno in the woods?
Yes.
Like that was fucking gold, you know what I mean? Like, and who knows how long those magazines sat there for, but then when you came across it, you fucking treasured that shit like, oh my God. And it's like, maybe that's not the best example, but it is that thing. It's almost like finding a videotape with this beautiful movie on it that's 25 years old, and then seeing it with your modern eyes.
Oh, exactly.
In the middle of all the bullshit and saying, fucking hell, look at all these colors in that time. Because with your book, there's so many outfits on women, and like women dressing cool and wearing a hat forward, which was so that early 2000 thing that was totally sexy. Yeah. There's so many moments in your book where I almost felt like I could smell something. Like I could almost smell the city that moment. You know what I mean? Like it really has that thing. And not just to sit here and talk to you and blow smoke about your book, but you know, it's part of the reason why we're here, and it's great, and I've gotten a tremendous amount of people hitting me up for the book, and that's always such a great sign where people are psyched and they want it, and I don't know, I've always had that thing where, especially with me making paintings now, the friends that I have that I respect their opinion and I show them, and they're like, fuck yeah, that's right. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, they won't lie. Like, this isn't bullshit. Like, I'm not like Alec Monopoly over here or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this isn't bullshit. Like, it's like, I'm actually doing it. And then to have a couple sell, I'm like, fuck, okay, that's crazy. Because, fuck, like, you know, like, I would really love for this to be my career after this. It'd be really great. Because then I know I won't break my wrist painting. I won't knock myself out on concrete painting. But yeah, it's that whole thing with you know, even doing this silly show, you know, you have to get on and fucking penetrate dead air and do it, and whatever comes out of it, but you put it out there, and of course it's open to criticism. It's completely open to criticism, and that's the thing. But no, I'm glad you put it out. I'm glad the book's out there. I'm glad the book's out there. I should probably play a little music, and don't worry, I won't just talk over along the whole fucking time.
You can talk,
I got
please.
plenty of things to ask him.
Not much of a conversationalist.
Right, but I do have a few things that and they're not personal, but there are. Even though I've not. Answer me this.
Sure.
You subletted my Canal Street apartment.
Yes.
Through Mikey.
Through Mikey.
So he probably got the money. I didn't get the money. But anyways, so what year was that?
That was 2000.
Right, and so
Yeah, pre 9/11.
And so I would go to Australia and Europe and stuff through skateboard tours for like 3 months, and usually when I went on tour, I would meet a special lady, and I would stay longer. And so, was that one of those times?
I think you were gone for. I feel like you were gone for 6 months, and I think you were in LA. because I went to LA and I saw you in LA, and you were like, "What are you doing here?"
All right, and then that's when you were, meaning we met before you moved in,
We
Canal Street.
I think yeah, like I said, my memory's not.
I know, no.
But I do think like I met you probably with Mikey at Max Fish or something like that, or Mikey made the introduction when I needed a place to stay and your room was offered up.
Was it clean? Or was
No.
it a mess?
Well, that's the thing.
I was like 22 at the time.
it was left as is.
Did you have those drawings on the wall?
I don't remember.
Right.
I just know that there was basically like you're like, okay, I'm going, and when I walked in, it was like you had just left to go to the
Like
store,
Tasmanian Devil, like
Yeah.
just clothes everywhere, Nikes.
and I put your stuff in a box because I was like, oh,
Right,
okay,
right.
I'm living here for
Right,
a
right,
while.
right.
And then when you got back, you're like, you put my stuff in a box.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
I was like, how am I supposed to live?
Oh, I hope I wasn't being a dick. I'm
You
sorry.
weren't.
Okay.
Never did.
Okay.
But it was like you were coming back and expecting your room to be as it was when I got it. And when I got it, I just was like, oh, what am I going to do with all Dill's stuff? So I put it in a box in the corner and it set it up like the way I wanted it.
Oh man, that's funny. What a great
but-
place, though. That place was
Great place.
epic.
And you were going to give it to me for free. You were going to let me stay there for nothing.
And then somebody stepped in.
No, Mikey, no. And to defend Mikey, I think I sent you the money or gave you the money. I think there was a way that you actually. I think you got the
If
money.
I said it was free,
No.
I assumed it would have been free for you, and then I was out of the
You
picture.
told me it was free, and then I said I wanted to pay.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And so I think you let me stay there for $600 a month.
Right.
Nothing.
That place that was a wonderful place
Amazing.
to live
And
for
then
those years.
the guy from Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
lived below.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was a great apartment.
Yeah.
And then during the day, Canal Street, insane.
So epic.
5 o'clock, completely empty.
Yeah.
Can't get a beer.
It
Can't,
was-
can't find anything in the neighborhood.
It was great.
Oh.
It was so wonderful. I don't know why I said it's great that you can't find anything in the neighborhood, but of course you can go to Pearl River. You can get warm beers.
Yeah. Great apartment though.
Oh, it was a big fucking loft. It took like kind of a long time to walk from my room all over to the fire escape.
Yeah.
It kind of did.
And I have photos of one of the first nights hanging out with Kenji and Nate, Sum, and Fanta.
Oh,
and
right,
in
right.
the apartment.
Right.
It's fucking so high. Like
Yes.
like it's like brand new New York photos. Like
Right.
just getting to know those guys.
Totally.
And, so special.
Wow. All right, let's play some music and we'll come back and speak more with Alon Levitt.
Love it.
Levitt's. Get your couches and appliances at remember Levitt's?
I do. And then there's a famous graffiti art called Levitt's, which was by Levitt's.
Be on my side, I'll be on your side. There's no reason for you to hide. It's so hard for me sitting here all alone when you could be taking me for a ride. Take me, baby. Take me for that long ride. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me down by the river. Down by the river. I shot my baby. I shot my baby. Down by the river. Take my hand, baby. I'll take your hand. Together we can get away. This much I know. There's too much suffering. Together we can make it today. We got to make it today. Yes, we have. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me away. Down by the river. Down by the river. I shot my baby. Down by the river. Be on my side, I'll be on your side. There's no reason for you to hide. It's so hard for me sitting here all alone when you could be taking me for a ride. Take me, baby. Ooh, a long ride. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me away. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me away. She could take me over the rainbow. Send me.
Here, let me, and we're back. Let me turn the fan off of the thing. All right. All right. So, Alon, what? Oh, sorry, I was only half unmuted. Half unmuted? Wish this guy would mute the whole time. I'm sick of his dumb ass talking about all the stupid shit he talks about.
Come on now.
Always snooting and snorting and burping. So, so Alon and I, as we left off for the music, talking about when he subletted my room for 6 months on Canal Street, and then it's one of those situations where it's one of those situations. It's one of those things where we had a bunch of friends in common.
Yeah.
That we didn't know, that we knew that we were in the mix of whatever, but like Dash and Kunle, and then through you I met GK, and but it was just the mix of people that I was now friends with, the people that you're friends with, for us being two California boys, and so that was that time period, and in the very early 2000s, and then Alon got married to your Are you guys married?
We're married, but we didn't get married till 2010.
You met
But we met
2002?
I think 2001 or 2002.
Yeah,
I think
Alon's-
the end of 2001.
Alon's lovely wife, Kama,
Yeah.
who I've been friends with for all
Forever.
these many years now
Yeah.
too. And you guys, I'm fast forwarding a bit because we'll go backward in a minute and talk about the whole. You opened the restaurant Bacaro what year?
2007.
Because we used to go to Good World,
Yeah.
which was just around the corner.
Yeah. Well, before Bacaro, we worked for our former partners who actually built Bacaro and
Right.
made us like partners. They had Peasant on Elizabeth Street,
Which
was
we used
right
to
next door
always go
or
to.
two down from Lovely Day.
One night, and I won't mention the guy's name, but you probably figured it out. So I used to go to Peasant because Aaron worked at Peasant.
Yes.
Aaron from SF.
Yeah.
And he was friends with Anna, May,
Exactly.
and I used to hang out with that group of chicks. And Aaron was a nice guy, the former skater from SF,
Yeah.
and hot under the collar. Like, don't get him going. You know what I mean? He assimilated to New York really well. And this one fucking guy, one night we were hanging out. It's like 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. Peasant's a nice restaurant. They made a pretty fancy restaurant on
Elizabeth.
And we're in there, and I'm sitting at the bar doing my normal drinking, whatever, and I don't even know who I'm with at the time because it popped off so quickly. But this one dude went in the bathroom, wasted. Remember they had that fancy glass
Yes.
sink? He broke that shit off, broke the toilet.
I remember.
And so fucking he comes out, and Aaron's like, what the fuck did this guy is doing there? Aaron goes in and sees the guy sitting at his seat. Aaron runs over, rips the guy out of the seat, and not tough guy talk, but in the early 2000s when you're at your friend's bar
Yeah.
or restaurant, shit pops off, you get involved.
Yeah.
It was just how it went. It was just, you just were like, yeah, we're in it. Like, not like excited to fight, but more so seeking justice
Yeah.
for the injustice that's just taking place in your friend's place. So he gets ripped out of his seat, and so his table of people with a couple chicks at it and dudes, we all spill into the street, and just dudes exchanging punches and da-da-da, and I'm facing the action, and all of a sudden the fucking line cook just kicks me straight in the middle of my back, and I turn around and go, dude, Mario, fuck, he's like, oh, dude, lo siento. I was like, fucking hell, man. Like, fucking, don't kick the old white boy out here. And we all ended up being okay with this guy later. I won't mention his name.
You know, I can't remember either. I can't.
I'll
wait
tell
for
you
to tell me
when we're off.
after.
But we ended up being all right with him later. It was a fluke night where the guy was an asshole, and I think later on in life he learned his lesson and whatever. And getting beat down by the fucking
Yeah.
cooks of Peasant probably and Aaron.
I'm sure
Probably-
I just heard the story
Hell,
after the fact
right.
because it's very familiar to me, but
Right.
I was not there.
Right. But I would almost forgot about Peasant until you brought it up. So it's Peasant and Good World, and Punk Rock Jake worked
Punk Rock
at
Jake,
Good
yeah.
World. We spent a lot of time at Good World. Then around the corner became Bacaro, and because of you guys, we came to we started coming to Bacaro. And so Bacaro's a really, really lovely restaurant. It's 2 floors. And if you are in New York, visit Bacaro. If you are in New York, please go there and experience it because it's great food. And I'm no foodie or whatever, but it's great shit. But the thing I've never asked you before. So when you're in Bacaro, especially when you go downstairs, what the fuck was it before it was a restaurant?
Downstairs was a mahjong parlor and like a notorious
Like opium?
no, and a gambling. Yeah.
Oh,
So when we took the space, basically the space was empty. They had kicked out the mahjong parlor. There was so much like bad blood from the neighbor. I mean, the neighborhood hated them. You know, I guess there was a lot of fighting. You know, all night gambling, a lot of drinking.
right, because Tino used to have that place on him and
similar,
Daz had that place
yeah.
on Pell,
You're
and we would
going
hear
in the
those dudes.
elevator and it's tap, tap, tap,
We would
tap,
hear
tap,
them
tap,
all
tap.
night long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So similar to that, really raucous. They got kicked out, and the business that was on the ground floor before us was an aquarium, like a tropical fish dealership.
That's cool.
Or something weird
Wow,
like that.
that's really
so
cool.
when we took the space, there was the remnants of the mahjong parlor. which was basically just some walls and a toilet.
Why does it look like a cave? Why are there caves?
Frankie from Peasant.
How did that happen? He
you know,
designed it?
No, he just took the elements that were there, and then he was very, just aesthetically, he was a genius. Probably still is a genius.
Right. Was it true
But-
that when you guys first saw the downstairs of Bach Row, it was white walls and those were knocked down and revealed the cave
Yeah,
things?
exactly. Like, because the Mahjong parlor they weren't looking to
who made-
accentuate.
Why does it look like volcanic rock caves?
It's just an old building. It's just,
But then it makes the place so romantic.
I agree.
It's so
know.
cool.
But they didn't need it. Everything was blocked off. Everything was covered. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, and Frankie had an amazing vision, and he went down there and he
Right.
kind of saw the potential, and he was telling us when it was just like basically a tiny room with a dirty toilet, and he was describing to us how good this place was going to look and kind of saying what he had planned, and none of us could see it.
Right.
And he managed to kind of move certain things around in the building. Not in the building, but like he was able to connect different pieces that weren't connected, and just really made a beautiful restaurant.
Right. No, I remember Frankie. I remember Frankie very well. No, there were certain people. There were certain people in New York that we got to spend time with. Like even me not being close with Frankie, but like Frankie, and then just certain people that did things where you're like, holy shit, like they did that gnarly ass,
Yeah.
and you were like, I was adjacent to them for quite some time, and you kind of knew the magic that was going on with them and whatnot. It's just like,
But they're just a little bit older. You know what I mean?
They were
Like,
just
they're
a little
that
bit older than
generation
us.
That was just before, so, we got to see them when they've already succeeded. Not on the come up, but like when they kind of made
but
it.
on the way to their
Yeah, not to where they would eventually
their
reach,
big thing,
but,
yeah.
But like kind of, definitely not, they had made it to a certain point that was very impressive to us, but they, nowhere near where they would get.
Right.
But they were older, and it's like New York, it seems like, it's all generational.
Right.
Everybody adding to the fabric, you know what I mean? That's how I see it. At least.
Right.
And that
Right.
continues to this day, but, it's like, it just seems to be this through line of people who come to New York because they've seen something. Maybe they're from here, but people who aren't from New York, going there because they've seen something, or they feel a connection to something, and this thing that's happened, and you may not be one thing, but it all kind of melts together in a weird way.
Right.
So it's not just the Velvet Underground. It's not just the Ramones.
Well, look-
it's all of that.
And
mixed
just to add,
together.
not to cut you off, but to add what you're saying so I don't forget, look at us with Taylor Mead.
Yeah,
Taylor was our boy.
and he was just right
He
there.
hated Tino.
Yeah.
For some reason, he
And
hated
he
Tino.
still hates Tina.
He's dead, and he's still saying "fuck Tino." And if you hate Tino, you're crazy. Everyone
Yeah.
loves Tino.
Yeah, the only person.
He's
who
the
hates
only
Tina.
one. But Taylor Mead was an artist and actor in all of Andy Warhol's early work and films and whatnot and photos. And this dude Taylor Mead, in his 70s, just hung out at Max Fish with us in the same seat every fucking night, drinking. It was a Screwdriver he drank.
That I
think?
can't remember,
But they would sometimes Taylor lived across the street. He lived across Ludlow, and sometimes Big Dan would carry him up the stairs because he was so wasted. But it's incredible that we got to spend time with this man, like so much time, which is
true.
fucking epic. So let me take it from. Let me take it. Let me ask about what year did the whole start?
2003,
2003.
and it was 2 years.
It was only 2 years.
2003,
Which is
to
so crazy.
2005.
Okay, so you guys started doing the whole, and it became my second home.
Yeah.
I assimilated with that place like a protons around a neuron. I don't even know what the fuck it's called, but the DNA of that place and mine mixed together very well. So you were doing the whole, and it was you and Kama, and on Wednesday and Saturday was quasi gay straight night.
Yeah.
But it was just all of our friends. It was
Yeah.
just all of us together, and it was a kind of a big space, and that's First and Second.
Second Avenue between First and Second.
Right. So the hall was this. It was about the size of a basketball court, I'd say.
Yeah, that sounds right.
About the size of a basketball court, no doors on the bathroom, and it was just fucking gnarly.
Perfect.
It was gnarly, and we did what we wanted in there,
Yeah.
and we'd smoke PCP, and we'd smoke crack, and I'm saying you,
Yeah,
I'm saying,
no,
saying me.
I was working.
Right.
But
So-
you were working too.
well, I'm trying to get to that point of it. So, at what point do you remember me? Because there was about a year where I didn't skate, and I was just doing my thing and like dating women and just being in New York, and I didn't want to travel or anything. I was just there doing the thing, and I was hanging out so much, and I'd stay till the lights came on and everything, and it was insane, and we had such good times. And at one point, I said to you, Alon, I said, I want to work here, and I believe you said, what do you mean?
That's
And I said, I want to work here, but I won't get paid, and I won't take the tips. I'll put
Just-
the tips in the thing. I just want to. I've never had a real job.
I remember you saying you just want to be able to give your friends drinks.
Yeah, I
That
said,
would be your
yeah.
payment,
I said,
something like
I said, if I could just give free drinks
Yeah.
to Simon, Dash, Dan, like Kenji, everyone, like, and I'll charge everybody else.
Yeah.
And then you said, have you ever even done it before? I said, no, but how hard could it be? And then I remember,
I had to ask my boss if it was okay.
yeah, and he was like, that. He was the foreign dude, right? What was his name
No,
again?
his name's Alan. He's a New Yorker.
Oh, he wasn't foreign.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking
Alan
about the
was-
dude that owned Sweet and Vicious.
Oh yeah.
That guy was
Pecan.
great. Dude, Dash took me into his apartment one time. All the fish tanks and all the video screens watching what was going on in Sweet and Vicious. It was like Silence of the Lambs. It was so fucking weird. So crazy. But so you graciously and your boss and Alan, he said it's okay.
Yeah.
And so there I am behind the bar, and I worked at the hole for a while. It was
Felt like the whole time. I mean,
it was great. It was maybe like a year.
the thing though, to me, the hole didn't become the hole until you started working there.
Oh,
and-
please.
And a nuke started working there.
She was great.
Because Spencer and I had done it for a little bit, and it was great, and it was our friends and all that.
Right.
That's when you would have been coming.
Right.
But then once you two started, it became bananas.
Well, we just brought crazier people.
Yeah, it was,
Right.
it was great.
No, I remember getting Dash in full Nelsons, like
Yeah.
being like, "Dude, time out. That's enough.
So-
That's enough."
But do you remember coming to staff meetings? Like I had to tell Dill, because he officially worked there, even though he didn't get paid. When we had an issue, the boss called a staff meeting. Dill came to the staff meeting. And Dill came to the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And we got a giant bag full of Coke bindles was the
Yeah.
holiday
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah,
gift.
yeah.
So you just grabbed bindles of Coke. Like,
And again, I don't do drugs nowadays. I couldn't imagine doing drugs. I'm sure you listen to the show and I'm all up and everything, but no, I'm afraid of drugs now. I only drink wine. But yes, that. I'm sorry I cut you off, but I soon realized, being behind the bar, you're on stage,
Yeah.
and there were beautiful women every night, and I was in fucking heaven. It was great. It was just so great.
I have a photo of Dill at the bar, and I don't know if it's 3 or 4 girls leaning on the bar with like doe eyes looking at him. Like Dill's just kind of talking, you know what I mean? But they're all just kind of leaning, and like they all look like they're in love. Like it was amazing.
No, and again, this is when I had the hair. I was much more beautiful. I was really doing my thing back then. I was brimming with confidence and just weirdo-ness that was attractive to the ladies, and I was confident. It was just greatest time of my life. It was so great.
The white pants era too.
Oh, white everything.
Yeah, white
times.
everything.
Like I'd come in working with a white wife beater, white jeans, white belt, and then some like white
those photos.
fancy shoes.
And by the end of the night, the place was so dirty. There was no porter, and the place got so sweaty that it got muddy. So when you turn the lights on, everyone's white pants
Yeah.
had like mud
Yeah.
and
Or they had
dirt
paint on them for
and
leaning against the
too.
wall.
Oh yeah, lean against the graffiti. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it was wild.
It was so great. And so, speaking of this, I know that when you go back, but we, aside from what we can use from your book that we'll have for this, many of these segments of talking where we're going to show photos, can you get the photo to me of me making out with my ex-girlfriend?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That photo
I'm sure I have it on
rules.
my phone. That's
Man.
one of my favorites.
I won't say her name, but she was from San Salvador, and then she was taken to New York when she was young, and man, she was so sweet and so great. And I remember I ended up fucking some other chick, and me and her were fully going out, and I just didn't believe in cheating. If you did that, it's done.
Yeah.
If either way, if you did it, it's done. Fuck it. There's no reconciliation. And I was young. I was super young, and I remember walking down. I remember meeting her at the train at Broadway and Prince. She just got off the train, and she was so happy to see me. I was like, "Look, we gotta talk." And she was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, I did it. I did the thing, and she just kept saying, "That's so sad." And I'm so bummed to this day that I like bummed this chick out. It's so lame. I was really good to her. I'm the guy that opens doors. I'll buy you a fucking lobster. Fucking do what you want. Like fucking like, I was an exciting guy to be with at the time, but a little too exciting at times. But
That was, Bill always said Rich Dill. That was the Rich Dill era. And Rich Dill was very generous.
So when I came to New York when we opened the FA store, we hung out a bit because on Sunday nights at Baccarat, you have the downstairs open, but the restaurant's not open.
That's Monday.
Sorry, Monday nights at Baccarat in New York, East Broadway and
We're on Division Street.
Division. On Monday nights, you can go there and you can see Mark Razzo bartending, which Time Out New York voted him the best looking bartender in New York City in 2005, I believe. So you could see him, and still really good looking.
I have probably the same photo of you with the girls. I have Mark.
Totally. But why did I bring that up?
When you came for the opening of the FA store.
No, and we were hanging out and whatnot, and I came to visit on those Monday nights, and I like look forward to it in that month and a half that I was in New York. But I would get so obliterated when I went out in New York at the time of the early 2000s, and Alon worked at a few different places, and then Mark worked at another few different places that I would frequent, especially Max Fish, where Mark worked. And I was insecure over the years that maybe I got so fucked up that I didn't tip. And then Alon was like, "No way, dude."
You would tip, and then come back the next day thinking you didn't tip and give us more money, or try and give us more money. You never didn't tip.
That's so cool. And I think you said to me that, or either you or Mark said, you would pull out $100 and say, "Here,
Yeah,
this is this, just
that's
so I
right.
don't forget."
I forgot about that. Beginning of the night, Dill drops money on the bar, and it's just like, "Here, I'm gonna forget later." So you were taken care of, like from the minute, but then he'd still like question whether he looked after you.
I just was, because there was, and I'm. This is not me fishing. These are real conversations that happen between us men in our middle age. But I think I was just so insecure because there were so many people. There were so many people at the places that we would frequent that would be subsec friends, that would so pull that like, "Oh, you got me," like da da da, and like would never pay. And you knew who they were. I would never mention their names, but like you knew who they all were.
And we all knew who those were.
And so I never wanted to be in that category. I didn't mind that at some bars that when they would have the staff meeting that they would bring me up, like, "Does he have a problem? Do we need to cut him off?" I didn't mind being that guy. That was okay. Because even with me, for being a total psycho, I was a lovable psycho. And even if I smoked crack or PCP or whatever and did coke and shit, like, I wasn't in your face talking.
No.
I was trying to get laid. Mostly I was just trying to get laid or just hanging out with Tino or talking to you at the bar or whatever. Like, and I remember like working at the Hole, and I remember my girlfriend at the time, which was the photo of me making out where everybody's on the dance floor behind us of the hole. I remember one time she was sitting, so the hole had a long bar, and then it turned a sharp corner, and that's where you entered the bar. And there was one last seat that you would be facing in this different direction than everyone else sitting at the bar. And I remember one night it was pretty packed, and I looked over, and she was smoking crack, but just sitting there at the bar. And I go, don't do that right there. Come here. And I pulled her behind the bar, and you remember that weird hole that was like you fit between the bar and like the exit? I was like, bend down, go there. And I pushed her down, and then she like smoked the crack, and then she came up, and I go, give that to me. Give it. I was like, don't do it sitting at the bar. And then I remember the first time I smoked PCP was in there.
Oh shit.
And it was me, Dash, Glace, Kenj. And I remember Glace just eyes rolled back. Like, it was just like a whole thing. Like, holy shit. And this is before I worked there. And I remember walking around thinking, like, wow, this is what it's like. Wow, I can't believe I'm so normal on this. And so the times I did PCP after that, I thought, oh man, I'm really like, I see these videos of like people going crazy on this shit. Like, I'm handling it pretty good. And then one time someone said to me, they said, you came into Max Fish at about 8 p.m. and there was no one there. And you were walking through the front of Max Fish as if you were walking through a crowd of people. And like, excuse me, excuse me. Like, I was trying to get the pool table, play a game. And then I remember thinking like, oh, you don't look like your mask you wear you think looks like when you're doing these funny things. You are actually fucked up and you don't realize you are, and you think like, oh, I'm doing great with this. But no, that was very funny. But yeah, that was my first experience with PCP. It was at the Hole, and yeah, the Hole, man, it was just something, man. It really was. It was one of those, and one of the things that I appreciated about that time period was, we would get folks older than us that would come hang out at the Hole, and they were like 80s and 70s New York, and they said, this reminds us of the old days. Like, you, and then we were like, yeah, we're doing a good job. Like, this is rad. And then remember that night that dude just walked in and empty bottle of Jack, boom, over the DJ's head.
I don't remember.
And then I was grabbing all these paper towels and ice. I was like, for some reason, I thought ice on a giant gash wound is like the way to go. And I'm holding it, and the blood just went through. I was like, oh my god! I was just like more paper towels on his head, and then finally, like, oh, we have to save to go to the next.
Like, if I was gonna do anything hard, it had to be safety at home.
Right,
I'm
that-
realizing a photo of it, I don't remember it, which is
Right.
really fucked up.
Right. I might get. I can't believe I've knocked myself out on concrete 3 times.
Yeah.
Full knockout, full blown knockout, and I'm sure I have that CTE, something of that. Maybe it's working in my favor. I don't know, but I have a crazy memory. I don't know. I really do. I have a good memory, and I have nothing but really great. I mean, besides that night that the dude, and it wasn't Gibby. It was the soft spoken kid, Michael.
Michael.
He looked super Ohio.
Yeah.
With like super pale, with like the haircut.
Yeah.
He looked like he was in Gummo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're
Nice
talking
dude,
about.
but
Right?
he got banged. But imagine with a fucking Jack Daniels bottle, that's thick.
And for no reason.
And no reason. Some dude off the street came in, bang. And then the cops came in, and then but we kept going, and Michael was fine, and
Yeah.
he DJ'd many nights after that. The one thing I don't remember is any of the music from the Hole. I don't remember a thing. It was that was a blur. I have no idea what people were playing. It was just a weird mix of a bunch of crazy shit. I'm sure we got like, I don't know, who knows what the fuck it was. But I just remember at any given time, someone was getting sucked off on the back couch, or someone was fucking on the back couch, or something. And then remember all the shit we used to find? Remember we come the next day and I'd help clean, and I was like, I found 5 grams of coke. Like, and you'd find vials and shit, and you'd find rings and like all the like so many IDs you would find.
I remember Metro cards.
Oh,
I picked up every Metro card because someone pulls out $1 and they drop their Metro card, and I was always finding unlimited rides.
It was really such a great time. And again, not to be redundant about it, but again, this is two dudes that are middle-aged and talking about how cool shit was, and we were in our early mid-20s, and it was fucking epic, and so many of our friends that are gone were alive back then, and in the middle of everything, and not to be an advocate for drugs or whatever, but it was just the reality of what was going on back then, and the lawn wasn't so much in that world. I was super in that world, but all of our friends were together, and some of our friends were mega in that world, and some weren't, and
I remember that there was always that like third round. That was like I would go home and then the party would still continue.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God.
And I was never privy to that.
No,
I was
like
done with work.
But that
drunk,
was
right home.
That stuff was still fun, but like waking up on a roof with the sun coming over you, and you're like hungover where you think you're gonna swallow your tongue. Like that hungover, like so, like oh my god, I'm so close to like not existing hungover. That was crazy. I don't take it back, but there were so many rooftops I woke up on, but yeah, that one night where we were at the Hole, and many nights I would black out, but I had a great internal compass. I had a great autopilot. I always kind of found myself either to a friend's house, or even if it was at Laurie and Caspo's house, I still found my way somewhere. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't like the most choice accommodation, like I still found myself somewhere to safety, not the streets.
Yeah.
Very rare I woke up on the streets. Happened a few times. But this one night, I was at the Hole, usual night, and I must have been roofied. And I don't know why this woman would roofie me. I was a notorious slut. But I was being taken out of the Hole by a woman, and May and Anna were outside, and they told the woman, like, what are you doing? And somehow the woman said whatever she said, and Anna and May let her take me in a taxi cab. Next morning, I wake up in like deep Chinatown by Central Bookings by Winnie's.
Yeah.
And I don't know this in the moment because I'm just in an apartment. But as long as you don't see bricks and trees, like when you would have a one night stand and you would like wake up like with one eye open, and you see like bricks and trees, and you're like, God damn it, I'm in Brooklyn. Like you just knew it when you saw bricks and trees. You're like, fuck, I'm in Brooklyn. God damn it, I have to go home from here. But it was more like I woke up and I so felt like I feel like I'm in Chinatown, and like deep Chinatown. And I look over and she was good looking, like she was Latin and good looking, whatever. And I'm up, and I go, she's getting up too, and I'm naked, she's naked. I find my pants, and I go, where's my shirt? She goes, oh, you lost your shirt, like, when we were at the Hole. Okay, we were at the Hole. She's like, yeah, you don't remember. I go, no, I don't remember. I don't remember coming back here. So I go in her living room, and there's this little, like, IKEA table that's broken in half. And I said, what happened? She goes, I pulled out some Coke to do some lines, and you focused the table. That's what I thought. Again, I believe I was roofied, but for no reason. Like, this person would have no reason to roofie me, and the reason I think I've been roofied that night is because how many nights I've gone out and done the same shit, same results, same everything, might get laid, might not, but how do I not know anything? And it seems so quick from like first drinking to like being like kaboof. And I was never head down like drooling in front of anyone.
Yeah.
Unless I was at home at the end of the night if I like sniff dope or something like that.
I don't remember even seeing you drunk. I mean, I'm sure I saw you drunk, but I don't remember.
And that was years of us hanging out.
And like we said earlier, like before this started, Dill's drink of choice was a pint glass full of Jameson.
Right.
Like a full, you'd pour and no exaggeration, filled with ice, but to the top, and you had more than one.
And what was my chaser? Stella.
Me,
Bottle of
yeah.
Stella. With everyone, bottle of Stella. And I don't know how I could do it. I was like Superman drinker.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
My friend And again, folks, I'm not patting myself on the back or trying to like whatever, but look, these are interesting times we had. It was super fun and whatever. And in the same time period, like I would come to Los Angeles quite a lot and visit for a while. My friend Pat Pat DeWitt, he ended up being a really great writer, and he wrote a book about this bar, Three of Clubs, on Santa Monica and
I
Vine.
remember 3 Clubs.
And so Pat worked there for eight years, and Pat's gone on to write books that become movies. Sister's Brother, French Exit, and Pat's great. He's just the most epic dude. And a friend of mine who's really close with Pat said to him, he said, "Man, back in the old days of all of our friends going to 3 clubs, like who could really hold it? Like who could really hold their shit together?" And Pat said, "Fucking Dill, man. It was like he had a fucking hollow leg." He's like, "I would give him these pint glasses of Jameson, and he was always cordial, always tipped, and always talking completely normal. And sometimes he'd be sad about some chick broke up with him, but like other than that, it was." And I was so proud because Pat worked there for 8 years, and I thought out of all of our friends, like I was the champ that I could hold it. But yeah, fucking hell, man. I tell you, man, like that. I don't know. There's maybe nostalgia can rub someone as I don't know, someone listening to two people talk about the old days and whatnot, but we truly had just, it was the greatest group of people, and everybody was just so fucking epic, and everybody was it was interesting that some people were on their way to like super fucking epic success, art and music, and then there was people who were just straight out fucked, which I was at times, even though I had skateboard career. I was neglecting it at times, and I was leaning into the area of people that were just fucked for a minute, and it was sketchy. It was totally sketchy because I saw myself and other people around that weren't doing art, weren't doing shit. They were just fucked, and you knew they were going to become fucked, and they kind of did. Very few of those people that were just fucked from that time period kind of came out of it and did shit. I've seen a few people in the past whatever. I ran into a kid in Korea who, he was young in the scene. He was fucked. This kid, like, you knew this kid was gonna die. He fucking like works for fucking Adidas now and shit. It's like, wow, you fucking came out of it. You were fucked. But then we have our friends that were doing it fully on their way to somewhere, and then they died, which is really sad. So just so anyone listening to this doesn't think I know the reality of how an extreme life of drugs and whatnot can kill you, I totally understand, because Alana and I have lost a lot of fucking friends, and it was sad, and as much as we were all together for the good times, our group of friends really rallied around each other for the bad times. And at the time, it just seemed like the saddest thing in the world. No matter what's happening in the whole world, it's like, these are our dear friends, and when someone would pass, it was just like, fuck, another one. And it was tough. But then our group of friends that we have to this day, we're there for each other, and in the most appropriate way. And I don't know. I wouldn't take anything back. I wouldn't take any of it back for the world. I'm sorry you can't remember half of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate, but yeah.
But you have the photos.
I have the photos.
You have more photos than me for sure, by like a lot.
But the photos have been with me, so my memory's all based on what I'm able to go back and look at.
Right.
And even those memories are shady. Like, I was talking to Rehab about something that happened outside of A-Life, a real notorious night, and I thought I knew what happened, and I was wrong, completely wrong. He's like, no, you kind of got it right, but it happened like this. Mm-hmm. And even listening to you talk about it, it's kind of bringing me back, because I think I have a certain detachment. I've always had a certain kind of detachment in a weird way. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just how I'm made up. Like, and I'm like, oh shit, like, to hear you say it, it really puts things more in perspective for me, even though I lived it. In a weird way, what I have are the photos. And, you know, it's beautiful.
It was great. It was so great. That's why, like, I'm very comfortable being my age nowadays, because shit, not only did I get to skateboard at a high level and make money from it and travel the world and whatnot, I always got to come home to New York and be with you and everyone.
Yeah.
And it was the only place I wanted to be. I'd go to beautiful places, New Zealand and stuff. Like, that's so beautiful. I'm like, shit, I can't wait to get back to New York. I'm missing everything. I missed the 2003 blackout.
Shit.
I missed that, and I was so bummed. It just seemed so epic. I remember talking to everyone on the phone, like, no, keep the door open. What are you doing? The fan is on, but it's all right.
The grasshoppers.
Oh, it's all right. That's ambient. It's wonderful. Open it. I'm smoking. You geeks. But yeah, no. So that's enough of two guys in the Middle Ages, waxing poetic, nostalgic over the early 2000s. But man, it's one of the reasons why Alon's book's so good is just because it really, really captures the fucking inertia of what that time period was like, and the if you do come across the book, it's all sold out for now. But we're gonna bring them back in and do a whole nother run come holiday 2024 2025, and then Alon has a photo show.
Yep.
We got to try to get this thing up before the 30th here. I'm not knocking you, so Alon has a photo show at Heavyweight Gallery, which is what's that, Fairfax and Spalding?
Spalding.
Yeah. So it's at Heavyweight Gallery, May 30th in West Hollywood. Heavyweight Gallery, Fairfax and Spalding. Suppose it starts at like 7, goes 10.
6 to 9.
6 to 9. 6 to 9. But be there or be, as they say, square. It should be good. Is the photo of me making out in the show?
Sadly.
God damn it. Why was it in the other show? It was in New York.
Well, the small one was in New York. I can't say that the small one won't be in this one because we're going to do a last minute edit of some, like, an assortment of images from the book and some of the other ones, but
What's the chances of you, while you're in town, being able to send us photos?
I think
Aside from the book photos, I'd like to see some
I think
other
I
ones.
have that photo on my phone, so
Right.
that's pretty much 100%.
Okay.
You just have to tell me what you want to see. The ones of the girls, that would take me time to find.
Right. If there's anything on your phone that you've uploaded or whatever, if you think that would be cool for us to, because we'll
for sure.
show this stuff while we're talking.
Yeah, no, I'll find some stuff for sure. If you
Right.
need to. But I don't know, like I don't know if everyone knows that, like, the book, like, having Dill and Mikey put out the book really was full circle for us. Like,
Right.
Tim Barber,
Right.
Jesse Pearson.
Teddy, of course.
Teddy is who I was gonna say.
Teddy, of course.
No.
But us knowing each
Teddy.
other way back then, and then it coming
Sue.
around, and for us to
And then for you guys to put it out, like, it was really special. And I think, like, the way that it came around and was put out couldn't have been more perfect. And to kind of do this and to be sitting here with you after this many years. And when Mikey was probably one of the first people who I knew in New York. I knew him
Right.
from before New York.
Of course.
And then for him to introduce me to you, and then all of that world opening up, like, it just seemed like it was meant to be that you guys ended up, like, putting it out. And I'm
No,
very
it's
grateful.
epic, and for me, like, at certain times, like, in different places, being like pretty down and out and fucked up.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting in the fucking radio show room in the warehouse of the
Yeah.
FA headquarters.
And
It's
of the company
ridiculous.
that you started. Like,
It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous.
I
it's-
remember, no, that's crazy. I think back to your room in the Soho apartment with the mini motorcycle. And this is, my memory is only because I have these photos to look at. And I have a memory of one board with some FA stickers on it, real early,
Yeah.
maybe even some hand drawings.
Yeah, yeah,
And you guys kind of saying, we're going to do this.
yeah.
And then now,
It's crazy.
it's incredible.
It's totally crazy. It's totally crazy. Well, fuck, I've enjoyed talking to you, Alon. It's been great. I'm not kicking you out whatsoever, but I tell you, man, that brought back many, many memories, and that was so fantastic. So thank you.
for having
Thank you for being here. You're one of very few guests we have on the show.
Well, you get one that talks more next time.
You were great. You were great, but no, it was so good talking to you about all that crazy shit, and what a time we had. And I tell you, people who do listen to the show frequently, who are frequent listeners, they say, you say this every time. I don't know what the fuck to play because I wasn't so prepared. And I don't like being overly prepared. I know what I'm going to play in the beginning, and I know what the first block of songs are that I'm going to do. But then after that, I don't know, I get a little brain dead and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But let's listen to some music and we'll be back after these messages.
You left me stranded with a twisted heart. You wanted me deep, girl, and tore my mind apart. Baby, now.
it go, you die. Rain washing, rain washing, rain washing, baby. Rain washing, and I got new one. Rain washing. They don't admire the way I dress and would like me to dress their way. And even they'd like me to use their tongue and try to rob the way they used to rob. Rain washing, rain washing up. Rain over washing, rain washing, rain washing, rain washing.
have fallen. We are ungovernable.
crying. Boom, boom, boom. Even Boy Scouts become explorers. Mary Jane's uptight. The hippies all evaporate. Sorry, destination fly. Woo. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I've got to laugh, keep crying. Yeah. Stop playing bricks and string. Drummer has no sting. Make your gig in the next shot. Play until you sing. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Don't let the feeling hit you. Don't let the feeling hit you. Don't let the feeling hit you. Yeah. Now let the feeling hit you. Now let the feeling hit you.
All right. All right. All right. Wow. What a good time having Alon here and talking about all those good times back in New York, man. So many memories, so much cool shit. Wow. And again, like us talking about, me talking about drugs on this show, I'm most certainly not advocating said drug use. But it's just the truth. It was just a big part of what was going on with me, and I'm lucky. I'm fortunate to have come out on the other side of that. And shit, these days I couldn't imagine doing cocaine. I'd probably choke, like chocaine. I couldn't imagine doing it. It just doesn't. It's like none of that pills and none of that seems like it doesn't seem like a good time. But again, when I'm talking about that kind of stuff, it is what it is. And you can hear Alon and our friend Sonny in the background. They're in the warehouse and they haven't left yet, but that's totally fine. And yeah, but again, here we are. You are here. We are here. And I'm glad you're here. And it was so good to have Alon here, my old friend Alon. So great. And his book is fantastic. I know we said that umpteenth times throughout this episode. But man, it's good. That's the sound of them taping a package, I believe, for Sonny.
Boardwalks.
Taping up a package. But let's keep it going. Fuck it. Let's listen to some music. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna do my best to not play something that you've heard before. But I'll take you through another block of music, and I'll come back again to say hi or bye or whatever. Azerbaijan.
Nobody speaks to me. Please, I'll give a gentle sigh as I wander by. Where are you? Why don't you speak to me? Are you gonna leave me all alone with my misery? Don't say you're gonna leave me, darling. Don't say we're gonna part. Don't say you're gonna leave me, darling. Let's make a brand new start. I wish you wouldn't hurt me, darling. I wish with all my heart. I wish you wouldn't hurt me, darling. It just tears me apart. Where are we? What happened to our love? I wish you'd tell me what to do, 'cause it breaks my heart in two. Don't say you're gonna leave me, darling. Don't say we're gonna part. Don't say you're gonna leave me, darling. Let's make a brand new start. I wish you wouldn't hurt me, darling. I wish with all my heart. I wish you wouldn't hurt me, darling. It just tears me apart.
All right. All right. Let me turn down the fan. You know, seasons are changing. A little warm in here. Little warm in here in East Los Angeles at FA Radio. And yeah, I suppose that, you know, I'm not very I'm not used to having guests in, but just 2 weeks in a row, it just so happened that Blake was in town for the last episode, and then Alon was in town for this episode. So back to back, we did that and had them in here and the whatnot, and it was cool. It was great. It was great to talk to both of them. It was great to talk to Alon about all the old days stuff and New York and all of our friends and the whatnot. But this shit is really not planned. But I have noticed that when we do have someone on and they're sitting here talking, I kind of forget my trail of thought when it comes to the music. So hopefully you like the music that we played, and I think that's another episode for you to enjoy and get the historic facts of what life was for a certain group of people in the early 20s in New York City in the early 2000s. But man, it was so good to see Alon. I love Alon. And Sonny came by too. You didn't hear from Sonny much, but he's our good friend that was here too. And yeah, another episode in the bag. Is that what they say, in the bag? How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Sage?
I'm good.
Yeah, how you doing, Kyle?
That was exciting. That was fun.
Yeah, you had a good time. I wasn't fishing, but
I was just listening. I just liked listening.
you guys are still very young guys, so.
Need to go.
Uh-oh, here comes the cops. You come to get me. But, yeah, man, fuck. again, like I said, I already covered this, but I'll say it one more time. Like, if I talk about drugs on the show, it's just because what happened. It was what it was. I couldn't imagine doing drugs now. It just was a big part of certain people's lives, my life, friends' lives, and it was what it was. And if you're telling these stories, to leave those parts out would seem to make the story a bit inadequate, because why would X person be acting whatever way unless the advent of drugs being in the mix of said story? So yeah, as I say all the time, but yeah, cops are coming, they're surrounding the building, and they're begging me to play Shuggy Otis, and I say, no, I can't. I play Shuggy Otis, shit gonna get taken off by YouTube. I like that Shuggy's so protected by the YouTube gods.
Protect you.
They're like, bitch, no. I don't care about your stupid radio show, white boy. You don't deserve to play Shuggy. And I say, no, I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Strawberry letter, baby.
But yeah, listen to Shuggy Otis. Great man. But, all right. Good shit. Alon was here. We did the deal. Talked. His book's incredible. We really underestimated how many books would sell. And making books is through FA Books, a division of what we do. It's it's hard to bet on it. It's not. This ain't Wall Street bets on Reddit, baby. This ain't fucking holding out on your AMC stock, baby. Like, this is real deal. We have the shit. And if we have too much, we can't sell. But Alon's book, like, kind of went through the roof. So we really underestimated it. But come next holiday, which will be right around the corner, we'll re-up on Alon's book, and you'll be able to experience it yourself. And it's a great fucking book. It's a great photo book. It's a great fucking book. So that's that with that. And me, no one's asked, but I'm doing okay.
I was gonna say, how are you?
Kidding! I am kidding! I was only kidding. No, I'm joking. I'm doing great. The bunny's great. The kitty cat's great. The kitty cat caught a lizard today. And
Those raccoons that you sent me the video.
so the other night, I'm in my little pool house, and I'm going through music and videos to the videos to send to you, the music for me to fucking play on the show. And I hear this. It sounded like humans. I hear this like. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I kind of like let it go. I think it's like the neighbors that are somewhat close. And I hear like. So what the fuck is going on? So I go step outside, and right when I step outside, the shed that's on the other side of the wall, the neighbors, those two are just fucking looking at me. So now we have to put that in this episode. Now this episode we have to put the video and so I pulled up my phone to film them, and they're so cute, they're so funny. And then the one's like, fuck this guy's here, we're out of here. And I felt like they were bummed, like I blew their scene, like they were having a good time. And they're like, oh, he's here. Okay, let's leave. But the one, like, that's leaning down, the footage you'll see, it's like, let's see what he's up to. And the other one's like, come on, let's leave. He's a dick. I was like, no. I think I say in the footage, like, just hang out. I want to hang out with you guys. I have wine, avocado. I bet you guys like that. But yeah. Those two weirdos are probably looking for the rabbit. Like, oh, I know there's a rabbit back here. We could probably eat him.
Oh, no.
Do raccoons eat rabbits?
I think they just eat trash. They'll eat whatever.
I tell you what, with the kitty cat, I love the kitty cat, but that fucker be killing lizards just for fun.
Yeah, they're psychos.
He doesn't eat it. He's just like, let me just play with this fucking lizard, take his tail off, and I'll leave it in the bathroom for you. Like, oh, thank you.
It's like a troubled youth.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would torture a lizard and take its tail off and leave it for me in the bathroom. I was thinking about that when I woke up today. Like, oh, he does that. And he did it today. But he never catches the birds. How about the mouse visiting the bird temple? That was pretty cool.
I like that.
You didn't? I'd send it to both of you.
catch up on that.
It was pretty cool.
I like
So there's a mouse now that goes to the bird temple. Pretty cool.
Keep away from the
Oh my gosh, I'm going on and on and on. I just like to be with you guys. It's so fun. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Listen to me snoot. That means they're having a good time. Do you guys know that when dogs do the like that thing, the like sneeze thing? That's them indicating to you that they're having like the best time ever.
Really?
So when dogs do that little sneeze thing, that's them being like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And so it's so cute when dogs like, and then you do it back to them, you'll be like, and they'll do it again. Yeah. Yeah. These are all the science things you learn from listening to FA Radio.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Hey now, you're an asshole. Take your pants off. Get fucked. But, yeah, we're getting too silly, and it's time to say good night, good night, good night. But, man, thank you for listening. Once again, we were here. You were here. We did the thing. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Good night.